So, UFC 316 is finally over, and what a thrilling encounter it was between two great fighters. The MMA pros also shared their valuable reactions to this incredible fight.
I would love to see the scorecards, because in the second round, Merab had to stand with him the whole time, and it felt like he won that round.
Yeah.
Speaking to the improvements of his striking game.
We saw in the Umar fight.
We saw it in the Umar fight. He was able to do well in the striking, but tonight he looked even better. And then the takedowns just got better. And then when Sean O'Malley was doing a good job of defending takedowns at the legs, Merab went at his shorts, picked him up, threw him on the ground.
He just hoisted him up in the air.
He just picked him up and slammed him down.
And it's that wrestling base. I mean, his wrestling is so elite, and then with that cardio, and now the improvements in the striking, and then the submissions. It's like, who's gonna beat this guy?
This is good life.
Left turn.
No, I'm not gonna give no one this. It was so easy, guys. Thank God. Hard work paid off. I'm great, healthy, happy, not hungry anymore. Let's go.
Oh, congrats, congrats.
We are the champions! One, two, three, champions! Let's go. Okay, guys. Yes, I'm gonna say Kayla Gauman, only say Jos, okay? Kayla's Gauman, Jos! Gauman, Jos! Gauman, Jos! So happy for you. You deserve it. Well deserved. Let's go.
Damn. Merab is cooking right now. This is a great round for Merab. Oh, is he trying to lock up a choke? Oh, man. Oh. No. O'Malley's head is the other way. I can't tell. No, he's going to turn out. Oh, no, he might be good now. Oh, I think he's squeezing. I think he's about to tap. He taps. Wow. Wow, he finishes Sean O'Malley. Submit Sean O'Malley and still Merab Dvalishvili. Holy shit. Runs over to Dana White, runs over to Donald Trump. Wow. Damn. Round one for Merab. Not that close, but like had it. Round two, close. Razor close. Round three. Complete mauling and finish traffic. Just holy dominate. Shit. Wow. Woo. Oh, man. Who is going to stop this man? I don't know that there's a bantamweight on earth. Who's going to stop this man? No, I don't see one.
Here is where Merab's lethal knees to the thigh come into play as he just holds on. You fucking ugly cunt, man. What a boring fuck. O'Malley back up to his feet. Merab still just holding on to Merab around the body and kneeing the thigh. Riveting stuff. I love that people pretend to enjoy this. He's kneeing the thigh of O'Malley here in round three. O'Malley gets the underhook. Nice takedown by Merab. Whoa. O'Malley looking to work back up again to his knees. O'Malley up to his base. Merab sitting up right here up against the cage. A lot better of a position for him to try and do something in terms of damage. O'Malley still looking like he's not been in a fight yet. Merab's threatening a choke. He's having a tight choke. O'Malley's spinning. No, it's not on the chin. It's just enough to keep control. This is what Merab does. Oh, it's a tight choke. It's actually a tight choke. No, don't tap. He's finished him. Fuck. Fuck this boring shit, man. What a submission from Merab over O'Malley. He gets a choke. Oh, it's so dull to watch, man.
Okay, and there's the front headlock. And now he's going to threaten with the ninja choke. He's going to threaten. No, there's no choke, but he's going to turn him back down with it. Again, the front headlock. What do we talk about? Even if you build height, he's still going to have that front headlock series. Oh, he might tap him here. Wow. I stand corrected. I didn't think he was a submission threat. He sure is. And that was an Ezekiel choke. Let's see it. It's sort of like a rear naked choke front facing. That's sick. And then all the fighters are like, oh, with Trump. Like, they all do that.
Very good round for Merab. Merab trying to threaten with the ghillie. very, very good round for Merab. Merab trying to threaten with the ghillie. No, O'Malley's out. He's not going to get him. Merab looking for the north-south choke. O'Malley's about to tap, and he taps out. He taps out in round 2. Merab is the man. Makes it look easier. Makes it look easier. Makes it look easier. Makes it look easier.
I didn't think it was possible that Merab Dvalishvili could look even more dominant than he did in the first fight, because again, this narrative from the first fight was it was close. I didn't think it was close. This fight was certainly not close. What a performance from Merab Dvalishvili, getting his first finish since the Marlon Moraes fight, submitting Sean O'Malley. First fighter to submit Sean O'Malley in the UFC. Incredible performance here from Merab. Looked like more than a minus 285 favorite. He was striking with O'Malley. He wasn't, afraid to engage. He was getting takedowns. He picks O'Malley up. This was a amazing performance where we got to start having that conversation about Merab being one of the best of all time at bantamweight. This was an amazing performance here. And listen, credit to Sean O'Malley. I know he made a lot of adjustments. He looked a lot more fit this time around, didn't have any injuries. He did everything he needed to do, but Merab is just so good, and I really don't see anyone beating him for a long time.
Joe Rogan spoke about the rematch between Merab and Sean as a very interesting fight. He questioned how Sean would manage to keep Merab off him, given Merab's non-stop pressure and high pace. Still, Rogan gave Sean credit for making real changes. Sean had gotten off social media, quit smoking, and fully dedicated himself to training. He also had his hip repaired, which had been a major issue for him before. Rogan appreciated the shift in mindset and the serious focus Sean brought into the rematch.
Yeah, the Merab rematch with Sugar Sean. That's an interesting fight. Very interesting fight. I do not know how Sugar Sean keeps that guy off of him, but I do like what he's been doing. Got off social media, stopped smoking, just dialed in. Got his hip fixed, which was a big problem.
Rogan also mentioned that even top-level grapplers like Umar Nurmagomedov had a hard time handling Merab's pressure. He described Merab as crazy in a good way, saying it's rare to see someone fight with that much energy from start to finish. Merab's ability to constantly pressure and smother his opponents made him a nightmare matchup, especially for someone like Sean who needed space to strike and possibly didn't go through a full wrestling camp.
Yeah. Sean could not wrestle. Imagine not being able to wrestle in camp, and you got to go face Merab,
who's gonna get you on the ground.
He's a animal. That guy's superhuman. There's no one like him. The cardio that guy has is off the charts. It's just off the charts. I've never seen anything like it. He doesn't get tired.
Yeah.
And he's full gas, no breaks the entire fight. It's just smothering.
Yeah.
Overwhelming people. Even Nurmagomedov, who's also an animal.
Yeah.
He couldn't keep him off of him.
I know.
Like, this mother crazy.
Daniel Cormier advised Sean O'Malley to avoid repeating the same mistakes in a rematch with Merab Dvalishvili. Cormier said Sean had to fully commit to training in a wrestling-heavy environment. While he acknowledged that O'Malley's knockout power is always dangerous, Cormier stressed that without stronger wrestling basics, Sean could continue to struggle. His advice came from the belief that building a complete skill set was the key to lasting success in the octagon.
To truly, and I'm not saying he's gonna lose, he can still knock him out. But I thought for him to make sure that that doesn't happen again, he would need to get into a full wrestling environment to try to work on those skills in between the takedown attempts.
Ariel Helwani shared his opinion that a rematch between Sean O'Malley and Merab Dvalishvili was the biggest possible fight in their division at the moment. He explained that even though O'Malley hadn't fought recently, his past as a champion and strong overall resume made him worthy of another chance. Helwani also pointed out that immediate rematches for ex-champions weren't unusual, especially when there were no clear new challengers in the division. He reminded fans that Merab himself had shown interest in the rematch after his last title defense. Ariel believed this fight would benefit both the sport and the fans, especially in the area set to host it.
It's the biggest fight that you can make in that division, and it's not far-fetched. It's not like you're saying, oh, the biggest name is ranked 11, and we need, like, he's the former champ who hasn't fought since, who had a nice run as champion, and yes, sometimes people don't defend the belt once and they get an immediate rematch. Like, there's weird rules for different people, and I would understand if people are upset if someone was getting wronged. Present to me the person who's being wronged by this title fight happening. And to Rick's point, the champion wants to fight. He is not upset about it. He's the one who asked for it last time. In his last defense, in his first defense, he said, let's run it back right away. So
look, I think it's great. I think it's great for this area.
Chuck Liddell spoke about the rematch between Sean O'Malley and Merab Dvalishvili, saying that if Sean has not learned how to get off his back, he is going to be in trouble again. Chuck pointed out that in their first fight, Sean did not even seem to try getting up when Merab took him down. He said it would be different if Merab was doing something amazing to keep Sean down, and Sean was actively trying to escape, but instead, Sean just stayed on his back and focused on doing something else. Chuck added that even though Sean's hip surgery might help a little, it will not be enough unless he improves his wrestling and works on getting back to his feet.
Sugar Sean versus Merab 2, that's coming up in June in New Jersey. Rematch.
If Sugar hasn't learned how to get off his back, he's gonna be in trouble. I mean, he didn't look like he was trying to get off his back.
Okay, so you got Merab again then.
If he, like I said, if he hasn't learned how to get off his back.
Sugar stops. Do you think that should help him?
I don't. It probably will help some. I don't know, but it has nothing to do with getting off his back. Like he did not look to me. He did not look like he was even trying to get off his back.
Okay, so
one thing if Merab was doing something miraculous to stop him, and he kept trying to get off, but he wasn't even trying. He was laying there trying to do something else.
He needs to up his wrestling.
He needs to up his get off the bottom game.
However, Suga mentioned that it was the first time he had been able to train in the bigger cage at the new gym. In his previous camp, they had set up a cage in his warehouse during the summer, but without air conditioning, and they did not really spar in it. This time, he fully used the bigger cage and believed it would help his preparation. He compared it to practicing basketball on a full court instead of a half court, saying it felt more realistic. He thought training in the larger cage would give him clear benefits for the upcoming fight.
How much has training in the bigger cage in the new gym helped you prepare for the rematch? Does it help you visualize things better fighting in the same cage as the big show?
This is the first time we really getting to utilize it. Last camp, we had it in my warehouse. It was summer, didn't have AC, couldn't really, I don't think we even sparred in it. This is the first time we really used it. So we'll see. I feel like it's gonna help though. I feel like it's a a more realistic look. It's like playing.
Fucking moving good.
Yeah, like it's like practicing on a full court basketball court and then playing on a full court instead of practicing on a half court and then playing full court. So I definitely think there'll be benefits to it.
It's a good analogy.
Sugar's advice on how to develop elite footwork and feints.
Shit, you're asking the wrong dude. You gotta ask Merab's sparring partner. That one guy. That was.
The what?
You see that video?
No.
Tim showed me this video of this kid Merab sparring with, and holy I thought it was a comedy. And then it was serious.
That's some satire video. Really?
I mean, the kid wasn't doing a bad job.
It wasn't, but it was a little excessive.
It was.
What was it? Was he just over fainting?
Yeah.
Yeah, just like kind of bucking himself, looking and like throwing.
Twitching. It was funny. But
one guy that you were sparring with, exactly like Merab, dude. Fuck, who was that?
Chris.
That's crazy.
What's his last name?
Chris Q. Chris Q is his name, and he's a beast.
Dude. He's a stud.
He's a beast. He's a springy little dude that comes forward. He's not afraid to shoot, and he makes the fight hard. And he's a gamer too. He's a gamer.
On the other hand, Merab Dvalishvili admitted that getting ready for the rematch felt a little different from his usual mindset. In the past, he focused on taking things one step at a time, with each fight an opponent bringing a new challenge. But this time, since he was facing the same opponent again, he found it a bit harder to stay motivated. Still, he understood that Sean O'Malley would be more dangerous in the rematch, and that helped him stay focused and prepared.
When you go into a fight that you win and then you rematch, there has to be some difficulty in figuring out what you can change or what you can fix or what adjustments you have to make. How do you do that while still being as successful as you are? You beat Sean, then you beat the boogeyman in the division in Umar. How do you keep your mindset focused on growing when what you're doing is already working?
Yeah, before I was just focused for step by step, every next fight, every next opponent, new challenge. Like I said, this rematch is a little bit weird because I'm not like, it's hard to motivate myself, I'm fighting same guy, but I know this guy will be more dangerous now.
Moreover, Kamaru Usman commented that, from an outsider's point of view, he would have given the win to either Sean O'Malley or Petr Yan, as he felt both fighters deserved it. At the same time, he admitted there could have been behind-the-scenes factors that the UFC knew about, but fans and the general public might not have seen.
Be real, do you feel like O'Malley deserves a rematch against Merab Dvalishvili? After getting 50-45, or would you rather give it to Sandhagen?
I'm gonna be honest. Personally, from the outside looking in, I would have given a fight to Sandhagen or Peter Yan. Either one of those guys, I would have given a fight to. But I don't know what was going on behind the scenes. Maybe there's something that the UFC knows that we didn't know.
Corey Sandhagen gave his perspective on the upcoming rematch between Merab Dvalishvili and Sean O'Malley, calling it a difficult fight to predict. He said that although O'Malley lost the first time, he still sees a real chance for him to come out on top in the second meeting. Sandhagen admitted he would probably lean toward betting on Merab, but added that he wouldn't risk a large amount because the fight feels very close. In his view, it's a competitive matchup that could be decided round by round. While he slightly favors Merab to edge out a win, Sandhagen emphasized that MMA is unpredictable and anything can happen once the cage door closes.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I definitely can see O'Malley winning. I don't think that he's like written off just because he lost the first time. I think that I could definitely still see him winning. If I was like a betting man, I would bet on Merab, but I wouldn't bet a ton on him, you know, like I wouldn't put the Merab. So I think it's going to be a really competitive fight. Like round by round, it was like potentially competitive last time, but there was like a trajectory of the fight in which it was going. And yeah, so I mean, yeah, I got no idea, to be honest with you. I think that Merab will probably win, but it's MMA, so who knows.
Michael Bisping reflected on the first fight between Merab Dvalishvili and Sean O'Malley, noting that while Merab's relentless pressure gave O'Malley serious problems, the rematch could play out differently. He pointed to a key moment late in the fight when O'Malley managed to hurt Merab, saying that moment likely gave O'Malley a mental boost by showing that even someone as tough as Merab can be shaken. Bisping highlighted O'Malley's striking ability, his reach advantage, and knockout power as tools that could turn the fight in his favor. He also praised O'Malley's work ethic, calling him a proud and dedicated fighter who pushes himself in training and will show up fully prepared for the second meeting.
And I'm telling you right now, Sugar Sean O'Malley is going to have to show up in this one. Yes, of course he showed up in the first fight, but Merab's style was just too much. But